Hey there guys. No. Yes. I wasn't gonna make an intro, but I just started it, so let me finish it. This is just gonna be how to put on your face video. I'm just putting on foundation, concealer, blush, contouring, highlighting. I explain it all in the video, so just hope you enjoy it. And this is right here, the finished look. So yeah, enjoy. Hey guys, this is going to be a video basically showing how I apply my foundation and concealer and all that good stuff that you put on your face to make it look more even. So first thing that you want to do is moisturize. Any kind of moisturizer that you use is fine, but before I moisturize, if my face isn't wet from washing it, I just spray it a little bit to get it wet a bit, so that when I moisturize, it absorbs the moisturizer and the water that's already on my face. So and besides, the moisturizer glides on easier on wet skin. So I'm just gonna let that dry a bit because I put too much. Oops. Now I'm just gonna put on my moisturizer. The moisturizer I use is an anti-aging one, just because I think it's better to take care of your skin when you're still young. So I mean, you don't have to use one, but I just decide to. And this one is very soft, and I also put some on my neck because usually the neck is always showing, so you know the sun is always hitting it, so I also take care of the neck. And I also put this on my eyelids, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but it doesn't irritate my eyes or anything, so you know, do it at your own precaution, I guess. So just finish moisturizing, and I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple seconds. And I usually do my foundation after I do my eyeshadow, and that's because I always get a lot of fallout, and I don't like to be worrying about, oh, I can't use pigments or something, you know, because they're gonna fall on my face. I like to just be free with my eyeshadow, and then just cover anything up, wipe it off first, and then cover whatever is left with foundation. And the one that I use is the Revlon Color Stay. Mine is in warm golden. This is the best match I found. It is a bit pinkier than me. I'm more yellow, but it's the best match that I found. This is amazing. Seriously amazing. So what I do is I just pour it onto this blush that I don't use anything flat. The back of your hand, I don't like to do it because the skin absorbs it, so it kind of wastes product. So I just put in something plastic and I pour a little bit. I like to pour about that much and then leave some like on the edge. And this foundation is like, I think it's waterproof or something, because I had an accident a couple weeks ago where it tipped over and like half of it spilled out onto the dresser, so I didn't want to waste it, so I just put it in a little cup. And then after I used up everything that was in the cup, there was still some that was on the sides and the bottom of the cup, and it was all dried up, and that did not come off for anything, not even with hot water, anything. Like seriously, this foundation sticks. So I think it's really worth the $13, but usually I get it when it's buy one get one free, because I'm always trying to save money. So foundation, the only two brushes that I have for applying foundation are a stippling brush, and then foundation. And honestly, I like the stippling much better for liquid. This one for creams more. or you can use a spongy. But these, if you use this, wet the sponge first so that when you're dipping it into the liquid foundation, it doesn't absorb because it's already filled with water inside. Not like dripping, just like make sure you dip it in water and squeeze it out so that it's already like wet inside, so it doesn't absorb your foundation. But out of these three, I prefer this one. It gives me the nicest, evenest coverage with really nice blended out, no streaks. So I use a stippling brush, and this is from Ricky's. It cost me like $13. Not so great because, as you can see, the little black fibers like stick out, but it does the job. So I always use a bottle of water, a bottle of water with a little spray on it, and I always wet my brush, and I wet it, and I don't dampen it, I wet it. Like, I don't know how many pumps was that, 20? And then I always get excess, so I just brush it onto my hand. You can't see that, but it's really wet. Like, it's like just washed wet. And I just like using it wet because I think that for liquid or anything like cream or liquid, wet tools blend them better, just because that's the nature of the product, liquid foundation or cream. As I said, wetting the sponge not only saves you product, but it also blends easier and nicer. So this is a stippling brush, and it's called that because it stipples. It has little white fibers and then black fibers, and then it has little holes in between the white fibers. And this, as you press it onto your skin with the foundation, it creates little dots. And I will demonstrate that so that you get to know what a stippling motion is. Have a bit of foundation on there on the ends, and I'm just going to press it, and there I get a whole bunch of little dots. Press it again next to it, some more dots, and I'm just gonna press it repeatedly, and it's gonna blend out the dots, giving a flawless, smooth finish. There I have blended out all the dots. Probably you can see a little bit of difference between here and here, but it's really nice and blended out, and all I did was just keep pressing in, and that just blended out all the little dots. So that is what I'm gonna do on my face. So I'm gonna wet my brush again because since it is so separated, it dries very quickly. So in one application, I usually wet it about 2 or 3 times. Okay, so now we're zoomed in some more. My brush is wet again, and I'm just going to pick up some foundation. I'm picking up from what I left on the bottle. I just like doing that, I don't know why. So I'm gonna do half of my face first, and then I'm gonna leave the other half undone so that you can see the difference of what foundation, blush, and all that stuff makes. I'm gonna do this side of my face, and I'm gonna leave this side undone. So I don't know if you can see, but I have some spots, and that's what I'm gonna cover with the foundation. And I like applying moisturizer right before foundation, about 10 minutes before, 5 to 10 minutes, because I feel like the foundation blends easier and, you know, applies easier. So instead of like applying moisturizer, then doing my eyeshadow, then foundation, I do eyeshadow and then I moisturize, because if not, then my moisturizer is already dry and doesn't help the foundation application. I'm gonna press right there where I want the most coverage. You can see all those dots there, and then I'm just gonna keep pressing. And then after I press a good couple times, I start swirling just with the very tips like this. Swirling, but not slowly. I just, you know, constant pace. I'm just gonna do that all over the cheek area. I'm wetting my brush again, and I'm picking up some more. And I'm just gonna finish off this side of my face with the foundation, the same motion that I did. Stipple a little bit and then just swirl with the very tips. Okay. Okay, so after I applied the foundation, I take from the top, there's like a little bit of foundation up there, and I just take it with my finger and I just put it wherever I need a little more coverage, because this foundation doubles up as a concealer very well, because it is very, you know, heavy coverage, so covers really nicely. Pat, rub, blend it out as well as I can. I'm sorry if the sun is blinding you, because there's like I'm like right in front of the window, so sorry. And then just wet my brush a little more and just blend out